Coming to you live from Galaxy FM 100.2. It's 5 minutes after 11 in the morning. This is what's happening in the country. I'm joined by Pamela Isamat at Chom. Tutandikirewa.
Tutandike vaccination. More parents are coming out to condemn a certain school in Mpigi, that is St. Martin Secondary School, Zzina in Mpigi. This school took to vaccinate kids. They vaccinated kids without parents' consent. Now, they only came to the limelight after one of the kids failed terribly. He is actually admitted at Chirudu Hospital. He's a 14-year-old boy. After 5 days of receiving a vaccine, Pfizer vaccine jab, his health started to deteriorate. And
when we say kids, we mean how old?
Kids, secondary school kids. Yeah. So these kids have been, it's because it's St. Martin Secondary School. So secondary school kids, the school authorities decided to vaccinate kids without parents' consent. So some of the parents who were speaking are bitter because some of them got to realize it after reading the story on social media of a 14-year-old kid who suffered who is suffering multiple organ failure because of getting a Pfizer vaccine.
Can you imagine?
So some of them said we got to know about it on social media. Others say we called the deputy of the school and they told us they are not vaccinating. So, yeah.
Jesus Christ. Crazy.
Manyi nti bagema abaana ku ssomero oli antemyeka kule nangamba ye oli awo omwana yagenda okujja wano okuwumula nga baamugema n'atulaga n'ebipapula kwe baamugemera nagamba ekiki ne mugamba nti lwaki temwambulira nti omwana baamugema nangamba nti nali mmanyi nti essomero lyakugamba ne mugamba sirina kye mmanyi nakitegedde ku social media yemu ku messages ensoose okulaba nga kuta okusoma bwe nti nga lyessomero omwana wange nga baalaga nti baagema abaana wakiwa senior 3 bwe nkisomye ne kinshookinga nnyo nga information erimu eraga abaana balwadde babakwese ono embeera bwe yatabuka kwe kumuddusa mu ddwaliro era ne deputeero nga nandaga bulungi nti tebalina nteekateeka yonna egema abaana.
We learned of one team is investigating it. As far as we are concerned, we know there were many children that we have vaccinated. I'm not going this to the vaccine until we've done a thorough investigation. Because if it was to do with the vaccines, then everyone who was vaccinated would have reacted.
Bazanyisa obulamu bw'abaana. Honestly speaking, I don't understand why.
I really don't know. But the government, I think a day ago, came out and said, please do not vaccinate kids. Because they have been making it clear over the time that while we had the Ministry of Health previously, before second term opened, saying we are going to do mandatory vaccination. Then there were proposals from so many people saying, please don't vaccinate kids without. So there was a statement that was released from Minister of Education and Ministry of Health stopping vaccination of kids without parents' consent. But now this school, I think, had already vaccinated kids. So some of the kids, that was about a week ago because this kid got vaccination 5 days ago. So some of the kids were vaccinated and the symptoms have started showing up, and I do not know what the next course of action would be.
I can imagine the pain. I can imagine the pain the parents are going through right now. It's really sad. It's bad. It shouldn't ever happen again. Away from that, still about students, 20 of them basibiddwa mu bitundu by'eryantonde over a strike.
Yeah, these are students of St. John's Comprehensive Secondary School, Kaliro. They are in Lyantonde district. They did strike under unknown conditions, but they destroyed school property, and the school has been forced to close down because some of the property they destroyed was worth millions, and it will take time. They spoiled the perimeter wall of the school, they destroyed the computer laboratory, they destroyed windows, doors.
They always do. They always do. You know, I went to a school in Western Uganda. You know, there's a season I was also bad when I was switching schools. So there's a school called Makobere High School. We used to strike for no reason.
Can you imagine? Now, why did you just strike
like
for no
you're
reason?
there.
You're high on something.
There are two schools in Western Uganda. There's one called Butovere and another one was called Makobere. Yo, we used to strike for like no reason. In the time I was there, you used to be there, you're in class and you hear students running. Oh, wait. And you're like, okay, now it's on
out
again.
Of excitement.
And then before you know it, the police is there, bullets are flying, and then they send you
and
guys
that is
home.
fun, by the way.
They send you guys
kids.
home 2 weeks. Now, the funny thing, the students we used to think are calm. May I witnessed a boy. This boy was calm. Was the calmest among all of us. Not talking like good-mannered child from a good
Silent
family.
banner.
Christian, Chapel, Scripture Union. But
Yeah.
that particular day, I saw him punch a policeman.
Yeah?
I was like, yo.
Hey,
I saw
when
him
it's
throw
time
a
for
stone.
riot is riot.
Meanwhile, for no reason. Like, if you used to ask us, why are you guys striking?
Yeah.
We never used to have any reason. So.
But I think probably it's also something under the influence. Like kids these days might be striking under the influence. Remember, not so long ago, they were saying kids are smuggling drugs through biscuits and what. So I think when kids
Biscuits?
get high, yay, the Cuba, yeah, is being smuggled into schools through biscuits, and kids are taking these things. There was a story on sorority where kids were got with drugs. They were having them. So maybe they get a bit high and excited, and they feel like, let's destroy stuff. But the police is investigating. Property worth millions of shillings was destroyed. And they are saying one of the reasons why most kids go to strike is because of poor nutrition in schools. Some of them have the poor teaching methods. Some kids are just tired of school. Some kids just,
I told you we were going to feel the effects of COVID-19, the
Yeah.
2-year lockdown. In the
So this
couple
is
of
an
years.
effect.
We are just getting started.
But nah, okay. So 20 ringleaders were locked up.
Look, listen, a student who is in senior 4 right now
Yeah.
is supposed to have left secondary school.
It's supposed to be like
He's not
finishing S6.
exactly. He's
Yeah.
not mentally there. He's thinking way ahead.
Yeah.
Anonya chiddako. That's why their sexual rate is extremely high.
Yeah.
Their behavior is extremely bad, and their levels of concentration are extremely low.
I know.
And even
So
the
we
t-
need like counseling in schools.
Even the
like,
teachers, we need to do it like on a regular. By the way,
But who is supposed to cancel who? Because the teachers are frustrated.
They call us. Let them
who?
call us. The schools call us. We go and talk to those children. We did these things before.
Yeah,
We know them. We have
probably that.
experience. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had some communities I'm talking to, and children come to you and they open up.
Kids have issues
And they tell
prefer.
you, Henry,
Yeah.
you know. And I've visited some schools. Some of them have material possessions.
Yeah.
Olyambala akagatta akasinga aka munne omwana ne kimuluma ttamu namba
Yeah.
olyamba akwata essimu esinga ya munne
Exactly.
oli alina kwegamba. Anyhow, away from that, there's a man who attempted to defile a 5-year-old mu bitundu by'Entebbe.
Actually, it's a 2-year-old.
Jamaa we
A
hanga
2-year-old kid. The man is 24 years old. He's called Amon Mohangi from Entebbe. The case was before Entebbe Chief Magistrate's Court yesterday afternoon. Now, the state attorney, Janet Kitimbo, says Mohangi went to a bar where this kid was at the bar.
A 2-year-old at a
Hey.
Konga Superman.
No, I mean, like, listen.
What is a 2-year-old doing at the bar? Sipping on Heineken or what? Agwan?
No, sometimes, some parents are busy. And there are those days that are crazy that a parent probably has to bring the kid to work. Maybe it was one of those days where the father came with the child to the bar. Yeah? And then this is a customer who comes to the bar, lures the young kid to the gardens. Yeah? And was starting to
Let's
do
hold on.
his
How high do
business.
you be to start seeing a 2-year-old?
I mean, I don't know. I don't understand you guys. Like, I think it's mental issues.
who do you blame in this
Because
in this issue?
I
Because
blame the man the 24-year-old guy.
you don't blame the father who took the 2-year-old to a bar.
Yeah, I know that is also faulty, but I think times are hard. Like, times are really hard, and parents are doing everything to make ends meet. So I can't blame a father who says, let me go and work, but let my kid be here. Because really,
How do you
So me, I
define being
blame the
drunk?
man.
How do you define someone being drunk?
but he being drunk.
Let me explain it to you. When you're
Yeah.
drunk, this is how it is defined.
Yeah.
You're affected by alcohol to the extent of losing control of your faculties and behavior.
Yeah.
Pamero mnanansi we guyingiramu. A 2-year-old.
So you see a 2-year-old like a short old woman, a short like big chick.
You are joking.
Eee.
I'm not saying
No, I
it's
don't
okay.
think he was that drunk.
Drunk, but when somebody's drunk,
Yeah.
you lose control of your faculties, which means you don't think straight.
So you can't see that
And
this
your
is a child. You
behavior.
can't even pounce on a child
Yeah.
and
Have you ever seen men talking
Hello.
to dogs when they are drunk?
thinking what? They're talking to their wives.
Exactly. Guy nanyumiza embona agamba naye gwe okimanyi nti ffe tulidde muwogo okumala omwezi mulamba nze ebyagwa mu kyalo kino sikyabitegeera. Guy talking
my
to a
God,
dog.
the fear alcohol.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Away from that, as we're coming to the beginning of the end of this, you can check out more stories. Kuchitimba, www.galaxyfm.co.ug. There is a UPDF ambulance that injured, 3 tree traders.
Yeah.
Where are we talking about?
This is which highway? Iganga. Iganga Chirinyi Mbale Highway. The ambulance was rushing. It was at the Nakalama South Trading Center, and it was rushing a private from Moroto.
You know that road? That's Nakalama. That's after you've just turned from Iganga.
So it's like carpets, like flat carpet and smooth. And so this guy was over speeding, the driver of the ambulance. He's called Corporal Edward Kasozi. So in the process, he lost control because I think he was rushing someone to hospital.
It's an ambulance.
Yeah, it's an ambulance. The ambulance has right of way, but does not mean that your right of way exceeds the normal procedure that you veer off the road or, overspeed.
An accident is an accident, Pamela.
So you're saying it's okay that
No. I'm not saying it's okay. I'm saying an accident.
Anyway, accidents
is an accident. Yeah. That's why it's called an. Do you want me to define for you what an accident?
But
is?
Accidents, most time when an accident is caused by human error, that means it could have been avoided.
Was that human error?
Yeah, human error because he was over speeding.
He's driving an ambulance.
Eyewitnesses
it's meant for that. He's trying to save a life.
Yeah,
but ambulance is licensed to go fast.
But
because it's an
fast?
Emergency, a matter of life and death.
I know.
That is why it has sirens to warn you.
So yes, exactly. If an ambulance has a right of way, if an ambulance knocks someone on the road, it would be the fault of that person because they give you that
we
warning,
want to assume
warning.
that the person in charge of the ambulance is trained, and you said even his name is
he is trained.
Exactly.
But the problem is he was over speeding to the extent that he lost control and went off the course of the road.
Maybe there was a
where the traders were. That is where the problem was.
Maybe there was a dying person in the ambulance.
Of course, he was transporting a dying person. He was transporting somebody called Private Lawrence Mugisha from Moroto to Bombo Military
Hospital.
Trying
to save his life.
He was trying to save, but in the process, he injured 3 others who were in a critical
blame it on
state.
the car and the scenarios
that
happened. That's why it's an accident.
It's
an unfortunate incident that happens unexpectedly and unintentionally, typically resulting into damage or injury.
If it happened on the road, I would understand. But it happened. He went off the road. Now again, to people who are along the road doing.
You can be driving a car. Yesterday, I was I've forgotten the road. Yeah. There's a car that burst its tire.
Yeah.
And entered the pavement.
Now that is a mechanical problem. The tire bursts, but then there's you over speeding, and then
you get off the road.
Yes, you get off the road. You lose control.
The tires have imbalanced. Anyhow, guys, as we come to the beginning of the end of this one, the Congolese refugees in the country. Bedimye bagambye fe either mutuzeeyo oba temwina kye mutugamba because the government wanted to move them from one camp to another. I didn't know that refugees can strike.
I also didn't know that. I really didn't know that they have the right to do that. But as of today, some of the refugees who do not want to be moved to the other camp are currently in no man's land, and they are demanding to be sent back to Congo. Yeah. But these refugees did strike, and they blocked the road Kisoro Kabale Mbarara Highway. They got the news that they were being transferred to Nachibale refugees camp, and they were not happy with the news
conditions
from Nyakabande transit center. I think that one is probably closer to the border, makes them feel like more at home. So when they received that news, they got roadway, and they decided to set up a blockage on the highway.
Do they know the opportunities they've missed? Do you know the boys that are there waiting for them to have children? Ugandan children, intermarriage.
Twina abakoze fujjo mu ba refugees e Nyakabande ne bakola road block ne bateeka emisambu mukubo nga beekalakasa mu tebagala basi zitwale ba refugees Nyakivale okuva e Nyakabande ate nga Nyakivale ye kifo omubeera ba refugees. Nyakabande eno oyitirawo buyisi tulinawo abantu abasoba omutwalo so bo bakoze fujjo ne tubakwata ne basuza mu kkomera ng'owe fujjo bwabeera.
Anyway, what I know, the most unfortunate thing about those transfers, people miss, like, abantu babula, your child has been taken in this particular bus, then when you get to the camp, they are not there, then your father, your mother. So it's understandable when they are revolting. That one I understand.
But when they are refusing, because like you heard him say that this is a transit.
Exactly.
Where they put them is a transit to Nachibali. So they what they were doing was
So
wrong.
imagine, Pam, we are living together like in Saudi Arabia, and something
Yeah.
happens, and then we're at a particular camp. You're the only person I know. You're the only person I can talk to.
Yeah.
You're the only person I can rely on. You're the face I'm familiar with. And then they transfer us, and we have to go in a particular vehicle without me. You know what that means?
It means what? That you should riot. As long as we are going to meet
You're
in
going
the
to be
same
lonely,
place.
and you know there are cases people know they lose their relatives, they lose abantu babwe in that transit. So
Yeah, but I think it is worse for you to put up a riot when you know they are being taken to a place of safety.
look, listen, I want to think they know what
And
they're doing, but
Who?
they
the ones who are rioting.
yeah, they just want at least maybe the process to be made better, or they want maybe and
No, you
normally
don't have a choice.
Buba
at a
buntu
time
butininyo,
like
Buba
this.
you don't watch movies.
Our soldiers are busy there in Congo fighting rebels, you know? Hey.
Togenda,
So we
yeah,
are helping
kwa.
them on so many fronts.
Ogenda
Okay, we are also doing it for
kocha.
our security purposes also here. They are fighting the rebels there. But the times are complicated. So you must be able to be flexible that if they tell you, Mnag, tugenda batwale, no? Just adhere
How would
and
you feel?
move.
How would you feel if you are going to be separated from your child?
I would feel so bad. Honestly, I would feel so. I don't
To
know
the
how. I
extent
do
of
not know
rioting.
how I would be.
To the
but
extent of rioting, yeah.
I don't think writing would help.
nange muntwala. Meanwhile, which language were they speaking? Maybe we didn't understand them. They were not complaining. They were just asking. This is Galaxy. We're live on YouTube, Galaxy FM /TV. He's Selena Gomez.